The reason why you're worried is because you think that you have control of the outcome. You wouldn't worry about anything if you understood that you can only control your input. What's going on, guys? I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to talk about something that might change a lot of your lives and help you in many different ways in any endeavor that you're going to be focusing on. And that is being able to understand your role when you're going for something and being able to not care too much about the outcome. And when I say not care about the outcome, not really try to think that you are in control of that outcome. You understand? I want you to understand, it is helping me so much to be able to understand this, is that you can only control your input, but you can never really control the output. But you do have control in a sense by being able to maximize your input. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're running a business and you're talking with a client and you're telling them, listen, if you get this product right here, it's going to change X, Y, Z and help you get X, Y, Z. Right? But at the end of the day, they're going to make their decision. You can't control that. Right? All you can do is be able to maximize your skills, maximize your potential of what you can do in that specific metric or whatever you're doing, so you could be able to have a better perceived likelihood of you actually achieving that goal of actually getting the client and helping them out. But at the end of the day, you can't make them make a decision. And I think that it's the same phenomenon with social media, with views, with getting subscribers. At the end of the day, if you're making videos on Instagram right now, if you're making videos on YouTube, you can't control your output. You can't control you getting 1 million views. But guess what you can control? You can control your editing. You can control the way you speak. You can control maximizing how good the quality of the video is, how good the mic quality is, how you can be able to say the script correctly or say the words that are correctly so you can be able to grab the person or the audience attention. But at the end of the day, you can't control the views. And the reason why I'm saying this, the reason why it's so important, and many of you guys might go ahead and go like, I already know this, right? But you know, at the end of the day, rich people constantly learn and grow. Poor people think they already know. And so we constantly think that we already know, but when a situation happens, and this happened to me so many different times, is that we get into a situation and we're scared or worried about what the other person is going to think or say, or what decision they say. They might say no, but the reason why you're worried is because you think that you have control of the outcome. You wouldn't worry about anything if you understood that you can only control your input. And honestly, it's with any metric. It doesn't matter what you're focusing on. Think about anything about getting a result. Think about anything. You can only control your input. That's it. You cannot control anything else. You can only control what you put in. You can never, ever, ever truly control the outcome or the result that's going to come, right? We could be able to plant the seed, and we could be able to make sure that we could be able to put the seed in the most perceived likelihood of in the area for it to grow based on the measurement of how the sun's going to hit the seed and the water's going to hit it. But at the end of the day, you can't control the water, you can't control the sun, and you can't control if the seed is going to actually potentially grow. That's on God or the universe, whatever you would like to call it. So it kind of gets back to the principle of you can only control your input, of what you put in. You can never control your output. And I had to be able to really, really go deep into this concept for me to be able to really settle down. And when I was able to understand this, there was a sense of calmness that is imbibed within me. I kind of relax now. Now I don't try to control what the other person says. It doesn't matter who you're speaking with, right? You know, when you're speaking with someone, you kind of have this sense of like anxiety or fear when you're speaking to the person because you think that you have control of what they think about you. You have a control of what actions they take. You have no control of what other person does. But guess what? You can be the best person you can be, and maybe you will get a better result because you are doing the correct things, right? So just learn how to be able to understand that you can't control the outside. You can only control what you put in, what you do, what principles you acquire, what mindset you have, what habits you have. Now, if you're able to understand that, and you understand that whatever result it is, whatever is based on a person or a business or working out or whatever that aspect is, you can't control the outcome, but you can control your input. But the input, you have still a lot of control because by you being able to understand the principles, the structures, and how things work, you understand, okay, this gets this result, this gets this result. And it's a perceived likelihood of you actually getting it correctly. But can your perceived likelihood of achievement be 100%? I don't think so because anything can happen, right? My perceived likelihood of achievement is I'm going to make $1 million. That's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. But I could die right now, and guess what? My perceived likelihood of achievement has become 0. So it's like you can't really control that, but you can control your input, what you put in. And once you really understand that, a lot of calmness, a lot of peace, a lot of joy will happen into your life. And you will also see yourself prospering and becoming a better person because of that. But as long as you think you control your output, you control what the other person does or how they think of you, you're going to constantly be in anxiety and a sense of like friction with the other person. And it's a paradox because as long as you are concerned and what the other person thinks about you, the person feels that traction or friction. And then now they're going to actually start judging you because you're scared of them judging you, right? What you focus on expands. You focus on fear, now that fear is going to expand and that other person feels your fear. And now they're going to start fearing you. And now all that becomes a jungle mungle. And now you guys hate each other because you didn't have the clarity to understand that you started thinking about something you couldn't control. Control your income. Sorry, I'm talking about myself. Control your input, and your output will come. Do your input. Outcome will come or not. Either way, do the right thing. You will get the right result. Cause and effect. It's just simple as that. You understand those two laws. Cause and effect. What you put in is what you get out. What you put out is what you get back. Simple as those things. You do that. Focus on what you put in, what you get out, what comes back, all those different things you can't control. What you put in is your focus. Focus on that. A lot of peace will happen to you. That being said, thank you guys so much. And if you guys haven't, I am recording my whole journey of me coming from nothing, zero, nada, nothing at all, and being able to learn 1%, get closer to making $1 million. I'm recording every single day of my journey. It's been tough, a lot of hours. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, just to let you guys know right now. 5 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't slept yet. I've been editing, working, creating a schedule, so no time is off, but this is the time. This is a sign that I have to get off the phone because of the audio and all that. But thank you guys so much, and let's go.